And I can see Lucy playing behind him, running about a bit, just being a Power Ranger. And I can watch them as she does a little bit of a jump. And it's odd because he's so into his book that he doesn't notice that she loses her footing in the sand and the gravel of the rock, and she slips and stumbles. And she's quite close to a little edge of one of the rocks there, and what she does is she tries to correct her balance. But in trying to correct the balance of her weight, she actually puts more weight on her back foot that slips out from underneath her. And it's weird to look at because she does fall off the edge of this 6-foot-high cliff on the rocks, and she falls backwards and cracks her head on some rocks that are jutting out at the bottom of the cliff. Now, I can see it all clearly, but I can't really hear anything. And it's weird watching with no sound. Like, if the sound's off on the telly, it's always a bit strange. It takes me a while to register before I turn and swim back to the shore. And I'm not thinking, so I start something faster, which is stupid because I'm panicking. And when you panic, you can't really breathe properly. So I have to tell myself, concentrate on your breathing. And I can kind of watch him between strokes, and he's thrown down his book and he's jumped off the cliff, and there is another couple there that I didn't notice before who've stopped their sunbathing and run over to where she is. And I notice him pick her up. He's torn between running back to the house to call an ambulance and waiting for me, but I get there in enough time for him not to have to worry about this for too long. I go to her. I take her from him. There is, which is surprising to me, is there is a handful of blood in her hair. It's thick and it's matted, and her hair is all chewed up by it. I think I read somewhere, or maybe somebody told me, that it is a process. The injury causes the death of brain cells, and so signals are no longer sent to the lungs, and bit by bit, the machine closes down. Her blood sticks to my hands. I carry her up the path of the cove, and I haven't bothered getting dried, and people are looking at me, stopping still in their tracks and talking to me in French, and I'm aware that I'm kind of not crying. I look like fuck, I don't know. I go back into the house with her, and as I'm getting through the sliding glass doors, I bang her head against the wall. And I'm talking to her, which is stupid, and I tell her that I'm sorry for hitting her head. But there is a part of me that's thinking, well, fuck it now. What does it fucking matter now? I may as well drag her by a fucking ankle. This bit of meat. This bit of meat and air.